Right, guys, we're back again. I had to alter the stream quickly. I had to alter it to 720p because at the moment 1080p doesn't seem to be working at the moment. So I've altered down the stream quality. If you just joined us, hello. Welcome to ILR3 on the Xbox tier. We are at round number 5 here at Catalonia, and we've just seen Matt that's just spun almost into the pit lane. That was a good save. And we're here for the Spanish Grand Prix. We've got 9 minutes and 54 seconds left of qualifying, and we have just seen the Street Gamer who's just gone fastest with a 1:19.5. Now, I am expecting people to go on to the medium tyres to set their final laps in and possibly go into the 1:18s. I wonder if we will see people decide to go on the soft tyres. We have seen people do that, but usually it has come back to bite them. And I did a mistake in ILR3 yesterday where I basically went on the wrong tyres. And yeah, I kind of failed on that one. But yeah, that was not good. So, you know, hopefully these guys will make sense and get on the right amount of tyres this time. Now, because I don't need this at the moment, let me just close that. I'm going to close this as well because I won't need that anymore. I'm just wondering what is due to my internet at the moment to keep crashing. I don't even know, to be honest. So I've just closed everything that I think that it's closed. It was having problems last night as well. I had to keep stopping and restarting the stream, but I think it's just a problem with the UK people having problems with internet all the way at the moment, but we should be fine. So Epix is currently on a hard lap. He's about, I think he's about 50 thousandths down on his previous best, so shows he's consistent. Let's see who else is on a lap. We have got Hamilton, who's on a lap as well on the Alfa Romeo. Like I said earlier, he was also the one to, for God's sake, I swear it is just playing up today, this internet. It's driving me insane. But Hamilton's 5th, and he's doing all right with no line. He just, the first season he wants to get used to it. He wants to get used to having no line, and then he wants to compete properly next season. But maybe he can compete well this season. You never know. You never know. We have seen surprises here in ILR in the past. I've seen surprises in ILR in the past, to be honest, and sometimes it does come back to bite. As 120.1 on the hard compound tyre, which puts him in at P7 for now. We'll see if he could do better lap time pretty soon as well. I think he can, but there's no one on the soft tyres yet. Let me just go to best, actually. We've got the top 15 have set their best lap time so far on the hard compounder tyres. And I think everyone has, actually, except Blazer Guns, Blazer Guns is still in the pits at the moment. So that is interesting, and we'll see as we get towards the end, a lot more people start to get into a little bit of a rhythm, a little bit control as well. Now, Oasis up into 4th. Now, Oasis has had a very good start to the season for him. He has shown a little bit more consistency compared to last season. He is done a lot better. I've seen a massive improvement. To be honest, I've seen a massive improvement from Street Gamer as well. Because Street Gamer, he was like in the midfield last season. And he is showing, because there's no line in this tier, that he can compete way up in the top level, which is great. And Dazlad is on pole at the moment with a 1:19.9. I'm just looking at the times quickly, and the times, it's separated by pretty much pretty much by a second between the top 10. So, pretty close between these guys as Oasis is going to go into the pits. We are going to get into pretty much a limbo stage at the moment where most people are going into the pits. There's only a few people not in the pits. Dragon Shanley might be on his in-lap now. He's on low ERS mode, but maybe he was trying to save ERS before he can go on another lap. But there is a danger, actually. If you go on more laps, so say if you go on 2 or 3 laps on the medium tyres, for your qualifying stint, it's going to put you on the same playing field as the soft runners, and you're probably going to pit roughly at the same time. And the softs do eat quite a lot on this track. It is a tyre degraded track. Spain is quite hot in general in real life, so that's probably why. And we've experienced that when we watched the real life Grand Prix. Except I fell asleep during the Spanish Grand Prix in real life because it was boring. Hopefully this race won't be boring. Because it's equal cars anyway, I'm sure it'll be exciting. We've seen some great races in the past. I watched, I think, ILR3 Xbox last season was absolutely intense. It was a great race there. So I think we will expect some closer races, especially with a new F1 2019 game and the new handling model, and it just changes things quite a lot in a way. So that Dragon Shanley was on the lap actually, and he puts himself into 3rd, but he's running out of fuel, so he will have to dive into the pit. So let's go back to fitted. Yeah, everyone is going on the medium tyre for their final run, which is again not that surprising. So nobody's going on the softs, and if they do, it will be a bit of a gamble. But if people have damage towards the beginning, then they could go on the soft towards the end to set the fastest lap. Or we could someone cheekily who's not in the top 10 to try and take the fastest lap point away from them. And I've just been informed by Blazer Guns that it is a dry race today. So it is completely bone dry. It's not even overcast. I think it's going to be sunny for the whole race, I think. So I think the only time I've seen it rain in Spain was yesterday when I was commentating ILR3. It started wet, it started inters, and then halfway through the race it went to dry. But it took a long time for the guys to change to the dry tyres because there was still a little bit of a spray around the track, which I've never seen in other tracks when it changes from wet to dry. I've never commentated on a wet to dry race before. I've commentated on a dry to wet race before, but never a wet to dry. So I even found it hard to decide, when are these guys going to pit? But we are not going to have that much trouble again today, so we should be all right. Let us know your comments in the chat. Who you think is going to get pole position today? It is good looking close. Dazlad has been looking good in the championship. He had a bottle last week, unfortunately. He had a few issues, but he was on the podium, I believe, and he's second in the Constructors' Championship with Revolution. So Williams looking strong in the Constructors. Shame it's not like real life, where they're not looking strong in the Constructors. But hey-ho, you live and you learn. But it does look good, the Williams livery on this game. As Button in 118.8, the first person to actually go into the 118s actually, in this tier. We could see some more people do that. I'm just going to see who is on the lap. Steerage is going on a lap at the moment. We'll just have to wait and see how he does. This corner coming up, approaching, is one of the most difficult corners on the circuit, as Steerage about to come across the line now. What lap time is he going to set? A 1:19.1. That puts him in 3rd, so that's pretty good from Steerage. He has time to go out for one more lap. Hamilton comes across the line in 3rd still. So that pushes Dazlad up. Jack is in 1st, but I don't think he's going to go on the lap because He's on ERS mode 0 for now. Cheetah Dreams. He's going through sets 2, but I do believe... I don't think Cheetah Dreams is going to have enough time to dive it into the pit lane. He will... to get another lap in. Nope, he's got 3 seconds. And the checker flag has fallen. So, Button, he can't improve. He stays in P2. We got Dazlad going through the last couple of sections at the moment. We'll have to see what we can do. Oh, he just clipped the curb a little bit too much there. That might cost him a little bit, but you never know. That might have gained a little bit more time. We do have a yellow flag in set 1 and set 2. Possibly someone has binned it somewhere, but I don't know. But anyway, Dazlad comes to the line in P2. He can't improve on Jack's time. Edited form cannot improve. Hamilton cannot improve. Steerage cannot improve either. Street Gamer is on a lap. He's 2 times up on his previous best. Dragon Shanley is a lot further on a lap compared to anybody else. And we've got Dragon Shanley. He's going up. That's a corner cut. So, yep, that is an invalidated lap as he goes into the pit. So, let's go and follow Street Gamer. Maybe he wanted to get to the pits quickly so everyone else can start, maybe. We have seen it happen before. Maybe it will probably be looked at, but we'll see. As Street Gamer comes across the line, and he's going to set a 1:18.7, and that puts him in P3. So we cannot improve. I don't think anyone else can improve, and then they're not. So Jack will be starting on pole position. Hopefully, Jack will keep it clean this race. But it is not a street circuit this time. So, less people, I think, will take instance. Will we get to a point where we will see all 20 cars make it to the end of the race? I've never commentated on that, but we might see that in Spain. Because I don't think, to be honest, I don't think we're going to get that in Monaco. So, I think the only chance we're going to get it is here. So, let's get the results. So, Jack on pole by 2,000. So, Dazlad managed to improve on his final lap time. And we have got Street Gamer in 3rd, Button in 4th, Oasis 5th, Hamilton 6th, Revolution 7th, Steerage 8th, Bibbin in 9th, LCR Ben rounds up your top 10 with Cheetah Dreams, XB1, Dragon Shanley, Leper, Matt DJ, Epix, Edited Fawn, Snod, Cinnamon Rage, and Blazer Guns. And those are your final results for qualifying as we just about to go to the race. And don't forget, guys, if you are new to league racing in general, then if you qualified in the top 10, you'll have to start the race on the tyre you set your fastest lap on. And I think for all the top 10, it is the mediums. And Street Gamer was 7/10 off his personal best. So, yeah, maybe he might have made a little bit of a mistake there. Might have been set to 2. It's quite a common place for people to lose it. When I was practicing early on in the week for my race yesterday, that was where I lost the most time, going towards turn 9 and 10 DRS straight. So I wonder if people lose time there because you really, to be honest, you really got to get the full power in. So we shall see. And Shanley said you should have seen the end of the flying lap. Yes, I did see that. I did see that, Dragon Shanley. As we're waiting for the drivers to ready up for the start of the race then. So you got your quality predictions in. Who do you think is going to win? Don't forget ILRs 1, 2, 4 and 5 are going on as well. So if you want to check it out, go on to ILR's Twitter for more information on where you can find the streams. And it will all be uploaded on YouTube probably tomorrow or Sunday whenever I have time. So, let me get the tyre strategy just to confirm. So, top 13 actually are on mediums. So, Cheetah Dreams, Expert Almond, and Dragon Shanley opted for the mediums. And so has Epix and Edited Fawn. Everybody else, which is Leper, Matt, Snod, Cinnamon, and Blazer Guns are on the hards. Now, because I think most people will do the medium to hard strategy, so if they were to do mediums to hards, they will pit at around about lap 12 to 16, and hards will probably be around lap 20. The hard is just a guess, because I never tried hards to mediums. I tried mediums to hards. Mediums to hards is better if you're in the top half, because you can fight position. Because hards, they take forever to warm up. So you're going to find it hard trying to defend your position if you start on the hard tyres. But if you're on the bottom half of the grid, starting on the hards could be the best option, because you can go on the mediums for your final stint and really start getting position towards the end of the race, which could aim for fastest lap, which will get some brownie points there. So, as Jack is going to lead the field off as we are about to head into AI control. Don't forget, this is ILR3 on Xbox. We've got a full 21 race calendar grid, so it is a long calendar awaiting these drivers, but it gives drivers a lot more of a chance to get the best results. So we're just waiting for everybody to ready up, and Blazer Guns, the number 97, is going to be the last car to get on the grid. So the 5 red lights are about to go on. Jack is on the left, no, on the right of your screen. Dazlad on the left. Who's going to have the edge this evening? And we are underway here for the Spanish Grand Prix. And Dazlad has got a very good start. Jack got a very poor start there, as Dazlad is already in the lead of this Grand Prix. And Street Gamer is trying to fend off Oasis as well. Oasis having a better line going into turn 1. Has everyone made it cleanly? No, I think some people have lost position. Cinema Rage and Blazer Guns are also having a battle up front into turn 1, but there's been some few changes actually. So at the moment, Dazlad first, Jack second, Oasis third. Meanwhile, Expert Almond is up into P12 as well after going past Cheesy Dreams. Dragon Shanley and Bim go around the inside, and we've got the Toro Rosso scrapping. Pretty much people at the back are scrapping for positions at the moment, which is good to see. And we've got LCR Ben got caught up in something. He has to move out the way. Yep, he does. Not quite sure what happened there. And Dragon Shanley, I think, got caught up in it as well. As Dragon Shanley's had a spin, and there is a Ferrari. I didn't see which Ferrari it was, but I don't know who it was. But there's a yellow flag, so possibly Dragon Shanley and the likes of LCR Bear will probably have to make it to the pits. But apart from that, everyone has made it clean at the moment. As Hamilton has got a good slipstream on Oasis of the car in front. So Hamilton's got very good pace at the moment. Is he going to try and have a look on this lap? No. He's probably going to have a better chance when he gets to the DRS zone in a lap's time when we go to turns 9 and 10. That is going to be his best chance. Meanwhile, down the back, Snod has lost a position to Edited Thorn. So Snod is down in 14th position. So Snod has got a lot of working to do, but let's just jump back to the midfield. We've got Street Gamers still on Dazlad's teammate Revolution going towards turn 9 and 10 now. And we've got Steerage right behind as well. Still a train going on there. As Street Gamer almost had another look, but he decided to be a bit cautious on this one. A few guys taking it cautious in the first couple of laps because they don't want to be too aggressive. They don't want to get involved in too many incidents. 4 tenths separated between Street Gamer now, and the gap up front is 7 tenths. Hamilton is around about a second behind Oasis now, so Hamilton has dropped a little bit. So Oasis has responded to his engineer. He has picked up the pace a bit, and DRS is now enabled for these drivers then, ladies and gentlemen, which means that they can use as much power as they want, but the first detection zone won't be until turns 8, 9 and 10. is when we will see the overtaking. So we won't see it yet. But Jack has really got to get a move on. He lost his lead at the start. Not many people at start pole in this tier go on to win the race. So we've got to keep that. We've got to make sure that these guys don't make too many mistakes. Jack's going to have advantage of DRS, but he stays behind for now. Let's see if anyone is closing up through DRS at the moment. It could be that Steerage and Revolution could be. No, they're not catching up either. I'm just seeing who is in the DRS range. We've got Hamilton's the DRS range of Oasis. Street Gamer has just fallen outside. Steerage, 3 tenths. I think Steerage has a better chance than anybody else at the moment. So we're going to ride on board with him. He's going to take the outside line this time to the right-hand side. And does he get the jump on Revolution? Revolution's got to cover from the inside, but doesn't quite do it. So Steerage is now up into 6th place. So Steerage having a very good start. And let me just check the position changes and the Supercharged awards. I can't decide because Expert Almond, Matt DJ, Epix, Edited Fawn and Snod have all gained 4 positions, and Street Gamer's binned it in, I can't remember which turn, but it's probably turn 5 and 6. And he's almost hit the Red Bull. The Red Bull almost avoided him there. And I think Street Gamer's lost more of his front wing. I think I've cursed Street Gamer quite a bit here. And he's left the session. I think he's given up. He's retired. So that is his first retirement of the session. And we got Mustard Tiger in the chat saying it's such a narrow track. It kind of is. Kind of reminds me of my street. It is. I think it's narrower than my street. Actually, it's probably the same narrowness as my street, to be honest. My street is quite narrow. We have when my dad drives a car, usually he has to wait to let people through. But anyway, we've got a yellow flag in sector 3, and it is Blazer Guns again. So he's lost it. He's probably going to dive into the pits. Hopefully he can keep going. But meanwhile, Blazer Gun's teammate Epix is having a battle with Edited Fawn, looking very clean at the moment. Mustard Tiger suggesting that Street Gamer might have rage quit. I don't know, actually. I couldn't really tell. I can't really judge because I'm not a steward. I'm not the best at judging rage quitness in ILR, I must say, but he might have done. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. But I'm not entirely sure on that one, as Epix is starting to get a better run on Edited Fawn at the moment. Times are tumbling. These guys have probably got to do a little bit of saving the tyres as well, so they can't afford to push it too much, because then yeah. And Master says when you bin it in the wall, Jess. Yes, I know, but they could bin it in the wall by accident. So that's why it's impossible to tell. Or is Will might have disconnected? I don't know. Me in Australia. But actually, no, if his wheel was disconnected, he would have got disqualified. Like I did in Australia. Not going there at the moment. As Dragon Shanley has left the session. So he's another one that is not too happy with his performance. Buttons dropped down the order. And Leper and Snod having a bit of a scrap behind as well. LCR Ben is trying to make his way through the field as well. So it is not over. It just goes to show, do not give up. And these guys are not giving up, as Ben tried to cover off Snod a little bit there. Almost a bit of touching from both the Red Bull and the Toro Rosso. Who knows? We might. Who knows? I hope we don't see in real life between Gazzy and Albon. I hope not. For those of you that don't know, Albon has moved to Red Bull for the last part of the season, and he did well in free practice 1, but in free practice 2 he was off for Verstappen a little bit. But I did get hopes the Albon was going to match his teammate, but in free practice 2, my hopes just faded. But anyway, Blazer Guns has retired again from the session, so he'll no longer be taking part, but I do have faith in him. Hopefully he could have a better result next week, as we do have a battle for P4 as Hamilton, I just missed it because of the issues, as Hamilton has just got past Oasis. So Hamilton, good straight line speed there. He got the DRS lap wide open, and that is him up into P3. So he's on for another podium position in ILR, sorry. Why did I say AOR? ILR. So he's in another podium finish for ILR, if he keeps this up. But Oasis has got to pick up the pressure a little bit, because otherwise it will be... I think Oasis got the podium last week as well. He got P2, I believe, due to Jack's penalty. So this could be Oasis' second podium of the season. So very impressive from Oasis and Hamilton. So Oasis could be on a chance at the moment, but I think he's a little bit too further back to change position right now. So he is not going to challenge at the moment, I think, but I'm just going to see Expert Almond is right behind Revolution then. So he was about 80,000. To be honest, I don't even know. It's hard to tell at times. You know, it is hard to tell the timings. I get my thousandths and hundredths wrong. I wasn't good at maths, okay? I only got a C at GCSE, or a grade 4 as it is now. I think that's what it's equivalent to. But meanwhile, we've got a battle for the lead brewing as well between Jack and Dazad. Is Jack going to get the jump that he needs? He really needs to get the jump here and now, because otherwise it will be game over for him before it's even begun. So Jack has got to find some time now. He's a little bit too further back to do it. But battle for the points, Matt and Cheetah Dreams. We've got, look at this train between Matt and Revolution. No, yeah, Revolution. This is crazy. They're all so close to each other. As Bibbin tries to go around the inside, Cheetah Dreams decided to have another look as well. This is getting almighty. This is getting huge, because the midfield battles are probably what makes up this lead, to be honest. And we've got yellow flag in sector 1. Who is that? Who is that that's called that yellow flag? It is... Oh, it's headed to Fawn. Oh no, it's headed to Fawn that's lost it on one of the curbs in turn 1 and 2. To be honest, when I was racing last night, I was surprised I haven't lost it. Because last game, I lose it. I've lost it all the time. Pretty much every so often. But I'm better at Spain on this game, to be honest. I seem to find turn 11 and 12 a lot less hard. It's a lot easier to get to grips with that term. I don't know why. It might be due to the fact that I am used to handling. I wonder how these guys are coping with the game. Those turns anyway. And these guys have got to think about it. The handling is not the same every game, so they've got to try and get used to. It's kind of like a different track in a way. And they're still quite close together. Expert Almond still right behind Revolution, but not quite enough to get the jump. I think Matt's still the closest once again. So, knowing Matt's going to have the advantage over as well in the Red Bull. As Matt almost had another look around the inside of Cheesy Dreams. That would have been insane if he pulled that off, because in Spain it is very hard to overtake it. And if Matt DJ made a move around that corner, I would have been super hyped right now. As all five people in this train are still following close together. And also we've got Ben, Leper, Snoz, Epics, another train there forming between those three. So the points can be not be decided until the end of this. We're seeing Cheetah Dreams up front with Bibbin. Gonna try and make a lunge on the outside. Cheetah Dreams, can he make it work this time? He has a better straight line speed, and he takes the move from ILR Bibbin, and Cheetah Dreams is up into 8th position. Matt decided to back out because otherwise there would have been some consequences there, so that's a brave decision. But Cheesy Dreams, brilliant stuff. And I'm going to check quickly before everyone's dived into the pits who has got the Supercharge Awards. I know it's a bit early, but it did take a while, and it is Expert Almond who gets the Supercharge Award this evening. So well done to him. Sorry I was late, I forgot, because I'm an absolute idiot. I was going to say another rude word, but I don't think I'm allowed to say that on stream. In Bibbin's car, you can see Matt just closing up behind him, just trying to have another look. And then when Matt doesn't have enough space, he decided not to have another look for it. So Bibbin, he's got to pick up the pace, because otherwise Matt is going to chase on a hawk. No, chase on him like a hawk. It is Friday night. Work did drag today, to be honest. It's just quite hard to get my words at the moment. But we've got our first penalty. I'm quite shocked that we've only got our first penalty now. I thought we were going to get more, but I think a lot of people are taking it a bit more consistent, as Matt's just suffered a bit of a lock-up. Or it might be Bibbin, I don't know, but one of them suffered a bit of a lock-up, so that would give the guys behind a little bit more time to catch up to them. The pit stop window is open, so we could expect either in the next lap or in the next few laps, guys, on the medium compound of tyres, to dive it into the pit lane. Now, for those of you that don't know what the Supercharge Award is usually by the end of lap 3, I check to see who's gained the most positions in a few laps, and they get the Supercharge Award. I forgot to check that, mainly because there was a lot of people who's gained 4 positions, so I had to wait a few laps, then forgot again, so then I did it on lap 10, and Expert Almond got that. So I do it every stream, I commentate, even in other leagues as well, because it's nice to get that vibe. If I commentate on another league with someone else, I don't do it, because it's not my league and it's not the right place to do it. But if I'm solo commentating and filling in for that league, then I do it anyway, because it's cool. As Ben is the first person to dive it into the pit lane, he's going to put on a fresh set of the hard compound of tyres, so maybe the undercut might work for the guys ahead of him, and we shall see, or behind. And Master is saying thank you for explaining. Oh, not a problem. I am more than happy to explain any questions that you guys may have, as Oasis is still right on the back of Hamilton. So Oasis is still matching Hamilton, I think, lap by lap by lap, which is good to see. This is why I like that the top 3 tiers are no assist now, because they're so closely matched, and we get to see some more close racing. As Hamilton dives it in to the pit lane, he's going to go onto the hard tyres. So he's going to try and get the undercut. Jack is going to go into the pits as well. he is going to go onto the hard tyres. So Jack comes out just ahead. Actually, no, Hamilton goes to the pits, but Jack is going to come out ahead anyway. So he's going to come out just behind the battle between the Red Bull of Cheesy Dreams. No, not Cheesy Dreams, it's someone else. But he comes out behind Matt and Bibbin. That's it. So hopefully they're hoping for Bibbin to pit soon. But does he know that Matt's on the harder tyres? Does he know that he's not going to move out of the way anytime soon? And he's possibly going to get holed up in traffic, and that's going to benefit the guys behind him, who were behind him at the time, who haven't pitted yet. And they could get the overcut. We shall see. So we'll wait and see when these guys pit anyway. So has Revolution, Dad's teammate, pitted yet? Yes, he has. So Dad's lad will have a choice to see when he dives it in to the pit, and he does. Dad's lad does decide to dive it in to the pits right now. So there he goes. So he goes onto the hards as well. Let's follow Jack then as he goes around the final corner. Hopefully he won't get holed up in much traffic, otherwise it's going to hinder him. We shall see. Dad's lad. It's close, but Dad's lad got the overcut, or the very well timed, and the main reason why he got it worked out was Jack was holed up in traffic, and traffic is very key around Spain because it's hard to overtake. And I did say it can cost you, and it has costed Jack. So actually no, it is the overcut because Dad's lad was in the lead anyway. Sorry about that. I thought Jack was in the lead, but I do remember Dad's lad did overtake Jack in the first lap. Anyway, we're pretty much halfway, almost halfway into this Grand Prix at the moment. We're starting to see some movers and shakers at the moment. Lepper is also going to battle Hamilton, approaching soon as well. We do have a ghost of Snod who has left the session, and for those of you that are new to ILR, if you do disconnect from a session, unfortunately you won't be allowed to, well, you won't be allowed to score any points unless you do finish 90% of the race. And I don't think Slon is going to do that. And we do have another ghost as well. I think that might be Dragon Shanley. As Oasis is going to try and get the one on Lepper. Lepper's on all the tyres, so and Oasis easily gets past Lepper. So that is probably Lepper's call soon to dive into the pits, but the hards can go on for 5 more laps at least. So he'll probably choose to come in and dive it in to the pits yet. So 6/10 of a second separate between them now, but obviously Lepper will dive it into the pits anyway. So your net race order is Dad's lad is in the lead with Jack in second, Hamilton in third, Oasis fourth, Steerage 5th place. So Steerage having a good result here as well, and he's hoping he's not going to get holed up in any traffic as well. But he doesn't have to stop. He can make it till the end of this race, and so could the other guys who are on the hard tyres who've just pitted. To be honest, everyone is on the hard compounder tyres at the moment. No one's on the mediums, but we will see the ones who've been on the hard tyres for quite some time now to go into the mediums towards the end and challenge for fastest lap. So that will be Matt DJ, Snod, well actually no, not Snod because he's disconnected, but anyway, Matt DJ, Lepper, Cinnamon Rage and Button. So these guys will have to make their first trip to the pit stop. And we are starting to see battles draw close, but they don't seem to have much of the pace at the moment just to get past it, because it's really hard. And Cheetah Dreams almost making a mistake there, going to turn 8. So this will be a good chance for Expert Almond, and as I was saying that, Expert Almond almost went wide into turn 9. So, yeah, not the best place to go wide there, but yeah, I think Expert Almond has lost, I do believe, has lost a bit of time there, which is sad, I must say, but you live and you learn. As Cheetah Dreams, he's gonna try and see if he can defend. Expert Almond chooses the outside line, but will it benefit him, or will he be forced? And there we go, Expert Almond gets the better of him, and he is up into P11. Cheetah Dreams is now in a battle with his teammate as well. So teammates, both Toro Rosso teammates still fighting in the constructors at the moment. In terms of Toro Rosso anyway, they are third in the championship, so they want a point to prove. They're only 2 points behind Williams, and they want to finish ahead of them, but looks like I don't think they are going to finish ahead. I don't know. We shall see. Anyway, as we get towards the crucial stages of this race, where things start to come alive for some of these guys, especially if they want to get the last point, which is what Cheetah Dreams, Expert Almond and Revolution are fighting for. Expert Almond has really got to pick up the pace if he wants to get that point. We haven't seen how far the penalties have made a difference, really. I haven't seen what has happened to the penalties anyway, as Cheetah Dreams is going to get past Expert Almond, so Cheetah Dreams returning the favour, saying, no thank you, I'm going to have that position instead, and that is what he has done. So Cheetah Dreams back into 11th. Can he catch up to Revolution? And Leper has lost it, not quite sure what, but he's now down in 8th, and he's got Cinnamon Rage moving down his neck as well. Maybe the guys that have been on the hard tyres for a long time, maybe they're starting to struggle. I did say around about 20 laps was, I think, the be-all and end-all with those hard compound tyres. And yes, I know Mustard, but I'm not going to say about him, because I'm going to end up jinxing him. So, yeah. I'm just putting it out there. If anything bad happens to him, it's your fault. Because I'm known for jinxing on this channel. But I haven't jinxed much tonight, which I'm quite happy with. To be honest, I think I haven't jinxed much at all, as both Cinnamon Rage and Leper have dived into the pits. Matt has gone into the pits as well. You know, I'm getting my strategies perfectly right today. I'm quite happy with that. Anyway, Leper has got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, so that's going to really compromise him. I think Cinnamon Rage might go ahead of him. We don't know. It does depend on whether he's got a 5-second penalty. And Leper has just come out ahead of him, so they're still going to be battling. Let's see where they come out. They come out in 15th and 16th. So Cinnamon Rage will do all he can to get his best result of the season anyway. So I think the only person to pit is the AIs of Snod and Dragon Shanley. And also Button as well, but I don't think Button's an AI. I think Danny, is still running. So Button, the real person, is the only real person to having to pit yet. So he hasn't. Let me get my words right. Button is the only person not to pit out of the real people. But anyway, Expert Almond is now up into 10th place. He's just got past Matt DJ. And Matt DJ still on a charge as well. This could get feisty. A point can make a difference between having a position in the championship and having a not position in the championship, however you say it. But anyway, still the AI goes into the pits. I don't care about that. But anyway, Matt DJ almost wanting to have a sniff there. He was like a dog. He was like, shall I have a go? And he's like, no, he's not going to have a go. Which is very brave. And Mustard is very relieved that both Cinnamon Rage and Leper safely pitted there. Apart from Leper's 5-second stop go penalty. But there we go. Well, to be honest, I got a 5-place grid penalty yesterday for messing up my pit entry. But there we go. To be honest, what didn't help was what I was expecting the pit entry to be a lot shorter than it was. But it wasn't. But anyway, Matt is going to get... Oh, that was close. He almost had another look, but he decided not to at the moment. He just wanted to keep it steady. He didn't want to make any contact because I think he knew he wouldn't make that corner alone. So he decided to say, you know what, I could have a better chance possibly in the DRS straight. But he is not going to do that at the moment. Still charging these guys now. Matt has dropped off the pace a little bit. But we shall see. As he is finding some time here to catch up to XB1 again. He's still catching up. He's been dropping off the pace and then he's just on it again. Maybe his engineers have been telling him it's hammer time. I think that's what most of these guys, for most of these guys, some of them have been telling to push, but for some of the guys, they've been saving. So it's just finding, to be honest, for some of these guys, it's finding a compromise. And we do have a yellow flag in sector 1. Who could that be? Oh! It's one of the Mercedes. Who is it? It's Edison Thorne again. And he's retired. No! He becomes the 3rd retirement of the Spanish Grand Prix for ILR3. Which is sad for Edison Thorne. So he parks it. And that is his race done and dusted. So that'll mean for some of these guys more of a chance for people to get points. And for some of the guys, their chance to get their best finish in ILR. So, XB1 8/10. Meanwhile, the gap between Dazlad and Jack is now 1.4 seconds. Can it creep down? Can it go down so Jack can catch up? You never know. Yellow flag in sector 2. Oh, Epix is left. Epix had a little bit of an off, I think. Epix had a little bit of a moment going into turn 9 and yep, he's had enough, I think. Or he might have lost it and then he disconnected. I don't know, but I don't know. And yeah, Mustard, it's all your fault. Edison Thorne's retired. I'm ashamed of you. Joking, it's not your fault. How could a spectator cause someone to crash? But anyway, Cheesy Dreams and Revolution. Cheesy Dreams up into 6th. And Ben, he's going to have another look as well. So Ben, oh no, it would have been a comeback, but I think he almost touched Revolution there. But Ben, after dropping down from one last of the finishes, like from about 17th or something, he's now up into 7th. So he's driving a great comeback here. So I think he'll be proud of whatever happens. LCR Ben decides to take the inside line here, going into turn 7. And he makes it work this time, quite nicely in fact. So good job from Ben. I haven't seen much overtakes there, so it is a nice braveness. What? No, wait. Jess, braveness isn't a word. Why are you saying that? Oh my god. It's just, it is just one of those things today, isn't it? It is just one of those things. And Epix has joined the session. So and Ben is going to have another look at Cheesy Dreams, and he gets it done. Ben is showing a masterclass at the moment on the rest of the field. As I wonder if Cheesy Dreams is going to get the edge on his teammate again. Is he going to make the comeback, or is he going to accept that his teammate is faster? We don't know, to be honest. All we're going to wait. Well, basically got to wait and see. Ben is starting to fall away, in fact. But I think P6 is going to be best for him for now, because obviously you know, disconnections and penalties. Cheese Dreams has left. No! I don't know why we're suffering quite a bit of disconnections tonight. Oh my word. I was not expecting that from Cheesy Dreams. Cheesy Dreams was having a solid race so far, and all his hard work could come to an abrupt end. So hopefully, I'm praying, I swear to God, I'm hoping he does that. And we did see someone going to the pits. Was that Matt? No, it wasn't. It was just him going in the pit exit, I think. Not sure. But and don't forget, we will have an interview with our top 3. Daz doesn't have a mic, so we will have, if the podium stays like this, we will have an interview with Jack and Hamilton. See how they think about the race, how they think thought the race was from their perspective. Matt, 8 attempts now from Cheesy Dreams, so he's probably going to get the position back soon, I think, because Cheesy Dream, I think, is starting to drop way down the order, which is a shame. I'm gutted. I might have cursed him again. I am not going to say anything more, and Mustard is wondering what's going on in the chat. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what is causing these disconnections, and it is the F1 2019 version of unreliability, sadly. Disconnections is like an engine issue. We've got XB1 going to get the outside into turn 1. Is he going to make a move stick? He's going to say bye-bye, see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. Revolution's gone wide. That costed him quite a bit. But there is XB1 up into 9th place. Cheetah Dreams has lost out from Matt DJ. Cheetah Dreams down into 8th. I think he's going to lose another position to XB1 as well. And Mustard has just asked in the chat how many laps until the hard tyres disintegrate. I don't know. I think the best life on those hard tyres is 20 laps, and Button's done 22. So Button really needs to pit, because otherwise he's going to get a puncture. I'm calling it. If he doesn't pit in the next few laps, he's going to get a puncture. Because, yeah, he's got to do the right thing and pit now. So he's starting to lose quite a bit of time to the cars behind as well. And Epix is on the soft tyre. But I don't think Epix is going to catch up anyway. So Button really needs to get a move on. I wonder if he's watching the stream and knows that he needs to pit soon. And he might be because he's going to the pits now. So, thank you, Button. Thank you, Danny. And he's going on the soft tyres, I believe. Because he wants fastest lap. Good tactic. Good tactic, if I do say so myself. As Dazlad still leads Jack by 1.5 seconds, I think the order is going to stay as it is for now. With Dazlad first, Jack second, Hamilton third, and Steerage fourth for the moment. Steerage, speaking of Steerage actually, I haven't talked much about Steerage this race, but Steerage is closing up to his teammate quite a lot. So, the podium for Hamilton could be under threat. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's true at the moment. Steerage could be on course for his first podium. Well, he might have got one podium, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. But he could be a force to be reckoned with Hamilton. We're going back to the glory days where we've seen Hamilton and Steerage fighting the Mercedes. Them two being the class of the field. And Steerage, don't forget, is on fresher tyres. Obviously, the Alfa Romeos, they can't pit at the same time as teammates. They can't really double stack. And Mustard says, you've never seen a punch before. But you're not going to get one, I don't think, because I don't think anyone is going to get a punch unless someone bottles it. But we'll have to wait and see. Steerage is now 4 attempts. He's gaining on Hamilton. This is do or die for the Alfa Romeo pair. Hopefully the Alfa Romeo boss will let these guys race, and it looks like they're going to, which is good news indeed, because we get to see more racing, and that is what, that is more important. So, let's see, Steerage is on 50% ERS, Hamilton's on less ERS. Steerage has got more ERS to play with. He's going to get the inside line. It's going to be a very tight end for both of them into turn one. It is going to be even Stevens to decide who's going to get the run. Steerage is going to get the better run into turn two. And he gets the position from Hamilton. So that is P3 for Steerage. But Hamilton has got to realise that it's not over. Oh, he almost touched Steerage there. That was close. Jeez. But I don't think no damage was done. But this is great. This is like Hamilton and Rosberg in Bahrain all over again. But anyway, here goes. Hamilton's going to get DRS this time. Steerage has lost DRS. And Hamilton needs to get a look around the... Oh, no, he decided not to in the end. He probably will have the chance into turn one most likely. And Cheese Dreams has joined, so he will get points. Because he's in ninth at the moment. He is still 5/10 from Expert Almond, so anything can happen. Hamilton has got a few more chances then to get the edge on Steerage then. And Expert Almond just get past Cheese Dreams. And let's see, is Hamilton going to get the same move that Steerage done 1 lap ago? Let's see. This time he does. No challenges there. So Hamilton gets P3. It's going to be like a tug of war this way. Oh, Steerage has gone wide. That might have lost a little bit of time for Steerage, but I don't think that much time is lost between them. But we shall see. As I will keep an eye on the battles between Cheesy Dreams and Expert Almond and Bibbin and Revolution as well. Bibbin and Revolution up still fight for the last point now. This is very, very key as well. Battle for the podium. Battle for the points. This is what we like to see in ILR. And please, can we have more of that, please? And I said please twice in the same sentence. Oh my God. What is wrong with me tonight? But anyway, I think the two Saubers are closer. So we're going to... Saubers? Alfa Romeo. They're called Alfa Romeo, not Saubers anymore. And I think I called Racing Point Force Indians today, so I do apologise. I'm showing some inaccuracies, and I think Steerage is not going to get the run. Maybe actually he's going to get the slipstream. He's going to get the inside line. Hamilton tried to cover him off. I think Hamilton is showing bad defensive skills here. But this time, Steerage is going to get the inside line like he did a couple of laps to go, and he gets P3. And I think Cheetah Dreams has dropped back from Expert Almond. Bibbin has dropped it back from Revolution then. I'm loving this battle for the podium between the two greats. It's great to see. It is great to see. The hearts must be breathing under their chest. I do believe they're both in a party together. And also Jack is 7/10 behind Dadlad. So that battle's going to heat up as well. So, oh my god, this final bit of the race is going to get absolutely intense. Oh my god. And yes, you're right. There's still quite a lot of cars in the race. But don't forget, Dragon Chan. Oh, Jack, because I think made a bit of a mistake. He's dropped it a little bit there. So unfortunately, I think the battle for the lead is pretty much going to be over for Jack. But let's see. Let's watch the battle for Hamilton and Steerage. The final lap. This is a do or die moment for these two. Hamilton and Steerage. Hamilton gets the run. Steerage is not. He's just not challenging enough for Hamilton. Whereas Hamilton, when Hamilton tries to defend off Steerage, he does that very well until he gets to this corner. So Steerage has got to make the move soon. Or will he realise that it is game over? We'll see. They're both running low on ERS, but Steerage has more ERS to play with at the moment. So we shall see. Where is Dazad at the moment? Dazad is going to come across the final corner. Few corners. He has put on a masterclass. He took the lead at the start of the race and he stayed there. Hashtag Murray Walker reference. Murray Walker reference. And Dadlad goes on to win his second race in ILR3. He wins the Spanish Grand Prix. Jack comes across the line in second. And I think the battle, Hamilton, is going to stay P3 unless Steerage can challenge for the last lap. We'll have to wait and see. This is going to be a photo finish at this rate. Steerage has got to make the jump now. He's going to go side by side. Is he going to do it? It's going to be... Oh! 1/10 of a second. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, that was close. But in the end, Hamilton gets P3. Steerage gets P4. Oh, Matt's gone wide. He's lost P11. He's out of the points now. Actually, he'll still get points because it's not disconnected. Unless Revolution can catch up. Oh, no. I think Matt's got a puncher. I don't know. I can't really tell, to be honest. But he's slowing down a little bit, or he might be running out of fuel. I couldn't really tell about that. And Bun's going to be the last person to cross the line and take home P15. But wow. The battle for the podium was pretty much very intense. I enjoyed that. Closest finishes I've seen in a while, I think. And glad I was following that. I might clip it actually earlier. But anyway, here we go. Your podium. Dazlad wins once again. I do believe he'll close up to Jack in the championship by quite a bit actually. And due to Street Gamer's retirement, that'll put Street Gamer down the order of the championship. I believe we'll put Street Gamer to third place. I pretty much enjoyed that race. All my Spanish Grand Prix races have been good this weekend. It is good to see. So, and a lot of people liking this race in the ILR3 chat. It's good to see. I've enjoyed that race as well. That was intense. But anyway, here are your results then. Dazlad takes the win. Jack second. Hamilton third. Steerage 4, we can see how close it was. Jeez. Anyway, a race is 5th, Ben 6th, Cheetah Dream 7th, Expert Almond 8th, And due to Snor's disconnection, Revolution 9th, Leopard 10th, and Cinema Rage 11th, Matt 12th, Bibin 13th, Button 14th, Epix 15th, and your non-finishes are Snore Dragon, Editor Fawn, Blazer Guns, and Street Gamer. And I would have to say, I'll have to give Driver of the Day to Ben, because he started 10th on the grid, and then he had some issues at the start. He was down in P17 and then he recovered all the way to P6. That was just insane. So I'll have to give Driver of the Day to Ben. So I hope that is alright, but I will have to give it to him. He might be watching, I don't know. But we are going to get I think we're gonna get Hamilton and if I can invite him, that is. We are gonna get Hamilton. Oh, why would it let me invite him? It always let me invite the wrong person. So we're gonna invite him, and I do have Jack as well. So I'm going to invite him, and if Dazlad wants to join, he can, but I don't think he joined last time, so I don't think so. So we'll just wait for, I think we'll wait for both of them to come in, and I think both of them are in, so we'll first of all start with Jack. You put the car on pole position, you lost the lead at the start, but P2, you must be still very happy with that result.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the result. It's quite frustrating though, to be honest. Put it on pole, lost vision before turn 1. I just stuck behind Dazlad, and we can't just pull each other along, because we just managed to get a really big gap to Hamilton and Oasis, who I'm pretty sure were battling. I tried the alternative strategy against Dazlad, but my pit lane got a delay because I was spamming my clutch.
Aww.
So I lost time in the pits, came up behind Matt, had to overtake him. Dazlad pulled out a really good lap for his in lap, and I just had to catch back up. I was within a second on the penultimate lap as well, but lost the back end and at the exit of the chicane.
Yeah,
so
I was
probably
wondering
cost me
that.
a potential chance.
Yeah, I was wondering that because you were getting so close. I think the last, I think it was a penultimate lap, and then you lost it a little bit there, and but you're still going to get 18 points anyway. Was it your plan all along to go on the mediums to start with, or were you opting to go on the hard or the soft maybe?
The strategy was easy, mediums to hards. I done a lot of quality practice, race practice. It was good. My pole lap, I'm surprised I got pole, to be honest, because that was a decent bit off my best lap on the mediums, but I'll take it. 18 points, good for the championship.
Yeah, that means I think I don't know. You might still be in the lead. I don't know. I can't do maths, but
no, Dazlad's in the lead.
Oh, Dazlad's in the lead. So you're gonna have I've been in the top 5 because you're gonna have a hefty fight in the championship. What are you gonna do to try and catch up? Because Monaco's next. It is a tight circuit. Is that one of your favourites, or are you one of those like me that hate it?
I don't like it. I can't keep out the barriers. I done a league race around it the other day. Got damaged twice.
Ah.
Really frustrating.
But hopefully you can learn from that. Hopefully you can have a good result next week. And well done on your P2 today. And talk about a finish for the podium, I must say. Hamilton was fine for steerage towards the last lap. That was pretty intense. You must have had an intense race. How did that feel for you?
Well, let's just say I think my heart's just had like a heart attack because my stress levels have gone through the roof. I said multi-21, steerage it's James. You know, I did all the tactics to keep George or steerage behind, but he was just like, nah, this is what I want to do. I want to race with you. Season 4 remix happening, and I've got to give it to him. Like, it was just like season 4, which was just nice to have, to be honest. And it's always just me and George battling. But yeah, it was just a bit of fun, to be honest, because I haven't really had any battles like that for quite a long time, to be honest. So it's just a nice refresh of what's been going on. in the previous seasons.
Yeah, it was just nice to bring back memories of when you were fighting up for the front as well. And I think you got the podium again. You were fighting as well during the race as well. What was the hardest bit of the race apart from the ending? Or do you think the ending was the hardest?
I don't think the ending was that difficult, even though it was quite good battling, but it was just more fun and whatnot. But I'd say just trying to figure out when to pit, because I looked on the radar and there was so much traffic, and I was talking in a party with Snodrod Bodson, who was within all that traffic, so he was giving me information on like Leper, who I came out behind. But luckily I managed to get past him as quickly as possible, so I managed to get quite a big gap to Oasis. And like Steerage tried to get the undercut as well, but unfortunately I don't know what happened, but he lost quite a bit of time on Oasis, to be honest. But I was going to say, like, the start was quite hectic as well, but overall it was just a fun race and a much better race compared to Baku.
And a better race in Spain compared to last season. We're not going to go there,
Definitely.
but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was a good result for both Alphas for getting good points in the constructors. But anyway, going on to Monaco. Have you had any practice with Monaco on no line, or is this going to be the first time you race in Monaco without any line at all? And what is your expectation?
I've done like a few laps. I haven't really I haven't dedicated practice. I've done like hoppers and career mode, but I feel like a lot of practice is going to have to go into it for me and Steerage. I know it's Steerage's favourite track. I don't know if it's his best track, but he certainly likes racing there. But I just feel like it's going to be very similar to Baku, maybe even a bit worse. Just like keep it out the walls and you're guaranteed to get like top 5, to be honest. I feel like it's going to be a hectic one.
It is going to be hectic, and I wish you guys the best of luck. And speaking of the championship, what are your hopes at this point now? Because you got podiums. Are you going to wanting to stay in top 5, or do you want to get higher than that?
I'm just taking it as it comes. Before the season started, I just wanted to score points every now and again. But to say that I've had 3 podiums and one of them being a P2, like, it's just like sort of blown my mind, to be honest. So I don't really know what's going to happen. If I'm oh, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. But yeah, like, I feel like top 5's definitely like available to me. Maybe top 4. It just depends what happens, because there's going to be driver changes, I believe, talking to Steerage. But because everyone's level is just so good, so it's so difficult to put people in the correct tiers. But I'm just going to give it to Jack RT. From last year, he's definitely improved a massive amount. Said that he was at the back of the field in season 5, and now he's winning races. He's second in the championship, I believe, now. And Dasfel's also very threatening.
Yeah, it is good to see some improvements from everyone, to be honest. So huge respect from that. And I think we're going to wrap up the stream there. So thank you guys so much for watching. It was an entertaining race, I must say. Much better than the real life Grand Prix in Spain. Make sure you join us same time next week for the Monaco Grand Prix, where I'm sure we're going to have some battles and people trying to avoid the wall. But anyway, stay tuned in then at 7:30. I've been Jess Games 95. Have a good evening, and we will see you next week.